I was answering some questions for our accelerator the other day, and one of the students came up with, what should I focus on as far as business development is concerned? And my natural reaction was, of course, revenue. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about this because business development and partnerships is something that a lot of founders know that they need to do, but they're not really sure how to approach it or what they should be aiming for. And they ultimately know that revenue is the goal, but they don't really know what they're doing to get there, how they should think about it. I want to give you the kind of single way that I think about it when it comes to the earliest stages of idea or early product type founders. I focus on partnering with companies that already have my audience. That is my goal. My goal is when I have an early stage business or an early stage founder that is looking to do partnerships, to engage in business development, to find ways to bring mutual value to our company and either an individual or another company, my first thought is always, one, do they have my customer? Because as a founder, you don't think about it, but somebody has already sold your customer. Somebody has already built trust with your customer. So if you can get trusted by that person and they bring you into the fold, all of a sudden you got to use basically the associative property to get trust from a group that didn't trust you before. And trust plus an offer equals revenue. That is why revenue is the goal, but pursuing the customers, pursuing the business partner that is already selling to my customers, that is the action, right? It's the action versus the impact that I'm going for as, a strategic decision. So what does this mean practically? So for me, one of the key phrases that I always look for is similar but non-competing. Similar but non-competing. So that means if I am a sports product, right? Let's say I'm some headband, some activewear, some whatever. I want to go to places where people that wear clothes, whether it's athletes or sports enthusiasts or people heavy into fitness, whatever it might be, I want to sell this or partner with businesses. Maybe some of them can be directly sports related, probably not other apparel companies unless there's like a collab opportunity, but maybe maybe you sell shirts that are great for, let's say, mountain biking for some reason. Well, is there a mountain bike shop near you that only sells mountain bikes and doesn't have any shirts on sale? Or maybe they do sell shirts and it looks like your shirt would be a great one to add to their collection. Maybe it's a pitch of, hey, why don't you start selling shirts and you look at all this money you can make and we'd love to be your first partner. Maybe that's a great conversation to have because it's their foray into trying something new. Maybe it's you talking to them and you going, hey, you're already carrying all these other brands. We think ours will do well. We think here's this, here's our analysis, here's our rationale, here's what we're willing to pay you or give you on the upside. Notice no matter what the situation is, as long as I knew that end user had my customer or had someone similar, I'm going to find a way for me to think about what I can do or what value I can bring to them so that I can get from them what I want, which is ultimately access to the customer. Now, access to the customer can mean a lot of things. It could be that we do Instagram posts and joint marketing. It could be that we host an event and we do some kind of experiential thing. It could be that we cross-sell on each other's emails or newsletters, that we put a banner at the top, that we launch a blog article together. There's infinite ways to do these collaborations and business partnerships. Sometimes they're very informal and it's just them referring one client or another. Sometimes there's lots of contracts at play because you're officially forming things and building dedicated channels or very kind of highly serviced channels. For example, one B2B company refers another B2B company, one of their clients. They're not just going to walk away, especially if it's like a very serious industry like healthcare. They're going to monitor and make sure the collaboration goes well and make sure that everything flows. So that has to be accounted for, because if you don't account for it, then ultimately you're not thinking about what needs to go into the business partnership to make it succeed and ultimately keep the customer that you went through the trouble of getting. So hopefully this helps you. It's our approach and how we think about things as far as business development. Very much who has our customer, what are they doing, how can we bring value to them, and what's that next step look like for us?